This is our chair yoga practice, and it is Monday morning, which means that this practice gets to really set the stage for the week ahead. It's a practice in giving to ourselves, in being present, in holding space. It is truly a sacred practice because when we come onto our mat, we get to make the choice to honor who we are, to be in community, to take care of ourselves. And that is sacred. That self-care is sacred. So listen to your body this morning. Do what you need to do for yourself. Modify however you need to. Explore your breath. Enjoy just being with your breath. Feeling the joy that comes from mindful breathing. Experience the gratitude for our breath, for our movement, for our health. And enjoy spending this time with yourself. So let your feet be grounded on the earth as you settle into your seat. The hands can just rest on the thighs or in the lap. Close the eyes. Settle in. Feel yourself dropping into the stillness and the quiet. Settling in, finding comfort and contentment. Whatever is true for you in this moment. What does it feel like to be still and quiet? Do you notice what happens in the mind and in the body and with your breath? Not with judgment, this is just with awareness. As you get to know yourself in the stillness. Gradually begin to lengthen and deepen your breath. Take a long, slow, deep breath in through the nose. And a long, slow, steady breath out through the nose. And that steadiness in your breath and that balance between effort and ease with your breath. Let your breath be the anchor that brings you to the present moment. Fully embody this present moment. Let everything else just fade into the background. Whatever might be plaguing you this morning, whatever thoughts or injuries or soreness or grief, I invite you to give yourself permission to set it aside and find the joy in this moment. Give yourself permission to set the burdens aside, even if it's just temporary. You deserve that temporary relief. You deserve to spend this time in the present moment. I invite you to set your intention for your practice this morning. Honor what you need. Honor how this practice can serve you. Dedicate your practice. Draw energy into your own personal space to support you, to guide you, to inspire you. Share the gifts of this practice. Someone else in your life is not here to receive it themselves. Let's take our next breath together. Inhale, take the arms and reach them all the way overhead. Bring the palms together, and as you exhale, let the hands just slowly float down through the center, resting at your heart. Namaste. I want you to move to the front edge of your seat. Feel the feet grounded to the earth as the top of the head is reaching all the way up to the sky. Let's take a deep breath in and reach the arms up. And as you exhale, let the arms float down to your side. And then do it again. Inhale, reaching all the way up. And exhale, let the arms come down. Inhale, reaching all the way up. And exhale, the arms down. Let's take a few nice big shoulder rolls here. Exaggerate the movement. Feel the sensations. Give to your body. Just pause and go in the opposite direction. Good. Let the shoulders drop all the way down and feel the fingertips reaching down to the floor as the top of the head is reaching up. Take the right ear over to the right shoulder as the left fingers reach down and away. Bring the chin down to the chest. Keep the spine long and the shoulders back. Just feel the stretch into the back of your head, back of your neck, and into your upper back. Let the head roll over to the other side, the left ear to the left shoulder. Lift the chin so the face is forward, like a clock on the wall as the right fingers reach down and away. Bring the chin down to the chest and the ear once again over to the other shoulder. And at your own pace, let the head just rock from side to side. Keep the spine long and the shoulders back and down. Let this be an opportunity to release physical tension from your head and your neck and your shoulders. Let your heart relax as you release any emotional tension. Connect with your breath as you let the head move from side to side. Eventually, let the chin rest on the chest. Let the head hang heavy. You can let the hands relax on the lap if you'd like. Take a deep breath in. Lead with the chin as you look all the way up. And as you exhale, look all the way down. Work with your own range of motion here. Inhaling, looking up. And exhale, looking down. One more time, look all the way up. As you exhale, come back to neutral. So the chin is parallel to the floor. The shoulders are down and relaxed. Inhale as you look to the right. And exhale as you look to the left. Inhale to the right. And exhale to the left. Keep the shoulders right where they are. Just inhale as you look to the right. And exhale as you look to the left. Good. Come back to the center for a moment. Close the eyes, relax the face. Feel the hands on the thighs and the feet on the floor. Feel the sensations of right here and right now. As you open the eyes, let the arms come down to your side. And I want us to inhale, reach the arms all the way up. And as you exhale, let the arms reach all the way back and down. So working with your range of motion. Inhale, reaching up. And exhaling, reaching back. Just explore what the range of motion is for you, modifying as you need to. Feeling the sensations as you move, as you create this large circle in your body. When you get to the top, just pause for a moment. And then we'll go in the opposite direction. So exhale, let the arms come down. Inhale, reach the arms all the way back and up. You can go at your own pace here. Feel the energy, the prana, the heat building in your upper body, in your shoulders, and your arms. When you get to the top, just pause for a moment. Feet are rooted down, core engaged, fingertips reaching up. I want you to start to rotate through the wrists. And slowly begin to open the arms. Keep the arms really straight as you feel the wrists and your palms and your fingers. Eventually pausing when those arms are outstretched from your shoulders, and then begin to reverse. Rock, moving the hands in the opposite direction as you slowly begin to lift the arms. Keeping them as straight as you can, feeling all the different sensations. Good. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. And as you exhale, let the arms float down. Good. Let the hands just rest on the thighs for a moment. Feel that energy of the upper body. Take a deep breath in through the nose as you exhale. Press the belly into the back. I want you to round the spine. Feel the shoulder blades coming forward. You can almost hold on to the knees and feel the center of the back, like reaching for the back wall, the chin down to the chest, and then rock the pelvis forward. Use your core strength to come all the way back up. Feel the pelvis rocking forward as you now pull the shoulder blades back and lift up through the chest. And then we'll do it again. So press the belly into the back, rounding the spine. Head down and then inhale, looking all the way up. So let's just add the arms here. So take the arms out as you come forward. As you round the spine, bring those palms together, just extending the movement. And as you inhale, open wide. Now you don't have to use the arms. You can modify this however it feels good to you. Exhale, focus on that pelvis rocking forward and rocking back as you explore your full range of motion. Feel the spine, feel the muscles in the trunk of your body. Feel the front of your body and feel the back of your body. Good. With the next inhale, reach the arms all the way up as you come back to a nice neutral spine. Reach and stretch and expand. Take another deep breath in. Lengthen as much as you can. And as you exhale, let the arms come all the way back down. Rest the hands on the thighs for a moment. Close the eyes. Feel the energy in your spine, your arms, your belly, and your back, whatever you notice. And as you open the eyes, I want you to bring the hands underneath that right leg and just lift it up. And make some nice big circles here at that hip joint. Use the hands for support and to explore the range of motion. You could certainly do this without the arms. It's up to you. And then just pause and go in the opposite direction. Good. Now just let the knee kind of sway from side to side. Feel the outer thigh and the inner thigh. Feel the back of the leg and the top of your leg. Pause when you're in the middle. Lift the knee up as high as you can. Focus on your foot for a moment and circle it around. Relax the face and the shoulders and your breath. Let's pause and go the opposite direction. All right, let the foot relax. Get a little taller. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, I want you to extend the leg out and just pause here. Use the hands for support as you lift the leg as high as you can. Now see if you can remove the hands and just reach out towards your foot. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, let the arms and the foot come all the way down. We'll pause here for a moment, close the eyes. Catch your breath. Notice the sensations in the right side of your body compared to your left. Good. Open the eyes, bring the hands underneath that left leg. And as you lift the knee up, start to circle around. Feel all the different sensations. And then pause and go the opposite direction. And then just let that knee sway from side to side, just really exaggerating this movement. Feeling it in your hip and your upper leg. Notice the shifts and changes in your back and your belly. Pause in the middle, lift the knee up as high as you can. We'll focus on that foot as you circle the foot around. And then go the other direction. Relax the shoulders, the face, modify however you need to. Honor what would feel good in your body in this moment. Let your foot relax. Just extend the leg all the way out. Try to flex the foot. Lengthen up through the spine. And maybe lift a little higher so you can keep the leg where it is as you reach the arms out. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, let the foot and the hands come down. Relax the face, close the eyes, drop the shoulders, feel the hands and the feet. As you feel the sensations of right here and right now. Good. Let's open the eyes. Can everybody grab a block? If you don't have a block at home, you could use a book. So you could also use a pillow, like if you're at home and you don't have an official block, that's fine. You could grab like a throw pillow, anything that just basically you could hold between your hands. You could even use like really anything. You could use a roll of paper towels. I don't know why that came to my head, but even that would work. Just anything that you can, that's about the size that you can hold between your hands, okay? So find your seated mountain pose, press the feet down as you feel the top of the head reaching up. And you're gonna start with the block between your hands. They're each different direction just changes a little bit. So it has a little bit to do with the width of your shoulders and just what feels most comfortable for you, okay? So there's not a right or wrong here. I want you to take the block straight out in front. You're holding on to that block. Again, it doesn't matter, but keep the block right out front of you. Drop the shoulders and lengthen up through the spine and just put a little bit of pressure between your hands. So imagine you have to make sure that the block doesn't drop, right? So you have to have a little bit of energy. Feel the inner arms just kind of pressing together. And I know this could be a lot, and I know some of you might have some different things going on in your upper body, so you can always do this a little bit more or less. But as you inhale, I want you to keep the arms as straight as you can and reach the arms as much as you can overhead. So your range of motion might be different, that's fine. Exhale, bring the arms right back in front. So the block's about chest level and the arms are still really straight. Good. Inhale, let the arms reach up. What you want to be careful of is that you don't kind of relax, right? You want to keep the arms as straight as you can at the top, and then let the arms come all the way out really straight and long. We'll do this a few times. Inhale, reaching up. Feel the feet press down. Feel the core engaged. Exhale, bring the arms in front. That's great, Meoli. It is definitely better to keep the arms straight and not go as high up than to feel like you have to get to the top by bending the arms, okay? So just find the range of motion where you can keep your arms as straight as you can. Find that rhythm with your breath. Love it, Carolyn. Inhale, reaching up. You could do this without using the block at all. Exhale, out in front. Notice if you've already kind of relaxed the arms or taken the pressure off, try to put a little squeeze. Here. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. And then exhale, bring the block out in front. Good. See if you can just pause here for a moment. Relax the shoulders, relax the face, and notice any unwanted tension in your body. Take another deep breath in. And as you exhale, let the block and the arms come down. Close your eyes, just take a little break. Feel the sensations. Receive the gifts. Good. Open the eyes. So this movement, you might want to, if you have a choice to go wider, you want to probably go to its widest option. You're going to take the block, the hands this time, bring them all the way up overhead. You're going to take the block and bring it behind your head. What I want you to be mindful of is try to keep the elbows pointed forward. So there'll be a tendency for those elbows to splay out as much as you can keep them in, and then reach the block all the way up. Again, there's a little bit of pressing on the block, a little bit of energy, and then bring the hands behind the head. Keep those elbows in and slowly lift it up. Good. Find the rhythm with your breath. Be really intentional in the movement. Find the range of motion that works for you. Nice, Brad. Really good, Kelly. You're going to take it behind the head, keep the elbows in. Slowly, there's no rush to get to the top or the bottom. Feel all the sensations. Beautiful, Laurel. And then let the hands move back. Good, we'll do it again. Have that little squeeze, like feel like you're trying to touch your palms together as you press them into the block ever so slightly. Engaging those muscles a little more. This will be our last one. I want you to take the arms all the way back up to the top. Pause here, get as straight as you can. A little squeeze into the block. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, let the block come down. Let the arms just relax. Close the eyes. Feel the heat. Feel the energy. Feel the strength and the power. Good. Open the eyes. I want you to take the block once again out in front. You could keep it wide, I guess. Take a deep breath in. This time as you exhale, I want you to twist the torso. So you're taking the hands all the way to the side of the room as if you're going to pass the block to someone who might be next to you. Check in with that low body. If your legs move around a lot, I want you to keep them really strong and engaged. And then you're going to come back to the center and take it to the other direction. You're twisting that torso, but we're not shifting the whole body, right? Feet stay grounded, sits bones stay grounded, come back towards the center, and then go the other way. The longer you can keep the arms, the more strength, more control. Come back to the center, and then go the other way. Good. Come in front, And then reach to the side. Really nice, Henry. Try to keep those arms really straight. Even if the range of motion is a little less, that's okay. It's like you're trying to reach the hands, maybe even think of them going all the way back behind you. Really nice, everybody. Beautiful, Nancy. Are you still using your breath? Inhale as you reach to the side. Exhale. Back to the center. It's our last one. Reach all the way to the side. And come back to the center. Pausing here, holding it here. Relax the shoulders. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, let the arms come down. Close the eyes. Catch your breath. Good. Open the eyes. You're going to shift that block and place it between your knees. Again, you might be using a towel here, or Carol's got her paper towels. That works great. You just want anything that's going to keep your knees at about hip width. So if you don't have anything, they'll be too close together, right? So, and if you need a little bit wider, if you feel more comfortable or your hips are a little wider, you can go, a little wider on the block. This feels about right to me. So you want to try to have the knees forward, the feet, the heels right underneath the knees. Okay? Yeah, Karen, think about walking your feet in just slightly. Yeah. Feel a little different? Yeah. Yeah, more work. All right. So find what feels good to you. You get that whole upper body. We're just relaxing now. So just focus on the legs. You're not going to see much happen, but just like we kind of pressed into the block, I want you to squeeze the knees together. Imagine you have like a balloon between your knees that you're actually trying to pop. So we're squeezing the knees as much as we can together, and then just release slightly without dropping the block or the paper towels or the pillow all the way down. And then try it again. Squeeze those knees in together. Keep the rest of you relaxed. So practice, we tend to, when we do something that's a little hard, we tend to tense everything, right? So even though the knees are squeezing together, even though those inner thighs are engaged, can you keep your feet and your hands and your shoulders and your face relaxed? Let's go ahead and just gently ease off of the block. Notice the sensations when you're relaxed here, and then squeeze the knees together. What happens in your core and in your back? What else tenses that you can relax? Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And then let it go. Good. One more time, just like this. Press those knees together. Squeeze, activate those inner thighs. This is a practice in awareness. So notice all the different sensations. Find that balance between effort and ease. Maybe you can squeeze in just a bit more. Feel those inner thighs strong. Feel the stability of your core. And then relax. Good. Let's go ahead and take the block out just for a moment. Just let the legs completely relax. Close the eyes. Notice the sensations. Good. Open the eyes. You're going to place the block once again between the knees. It is important here that you're really close to the front edge of your seat. Now you can use the hands behind you to help keep the spine long. In essence, we're going to take the feet and the knees and try to lift them up as high as you can, and then bring them all the way back down. So of course, we could just use a lot of momentum, and you're going to have to probably do a combination of both. But I want you to slowly lift the knees up as high as you can. Focus on the spine being straight. Even if you're leaning back, you want the spine straight, and then let the knees slowly come all the way back down. We've got that little squeeze as much as you can, then the blocks like right between the knees, the lower part, like close to the knees as you can. And then you're gonna lift the knees up and slowly bring them all the way back down. How we doing? We hanging in there? All right, let's try it again. Good. Now, imagine you don't come all the way down, just barely touch the toes on the floor, and then lift the knees back up. So your range of motion might be different. Maybe you just lower an inch or two, and then you come back up. Unless you're doing something wrong, you're feeling this in your core. I think we're probably all feeling it here. Try not to rush the movement. Feeling it in those legs as well, those upper legs. How about we just do one more? Nice, Christy. Slowly bring the feet down, sit up nice and tall. Let the block come to your lap as you close the eyes, as you completely relax for a moment. Your breath, feel the sensations. Be right here and right now. Good. Open the eyes. I want you to come all the way up out of the chair. Let's actually set the block aside for a few moments. Turn the chair around so you're facing the seat of the chair. If you need to make a little adjustment on your camera here, for those of you at home, you can. And let's come in, let's do a couple of our cat and cow stretches. So come into tabletop so that the hands are on the chair right underneath the shoulders and the feet are right underneath the hips. The middle fingers are pointing straight ahead. The big toes are pointed straight ahead. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And as you exhale, tuck the tailbone under and round the spine. Drop the head, the chin to the chest. Now you could, of course, do this seated for whatever reason. That makes sense in your body today. Inhale, rock the pelvis forward, send the tailbone up and the belly down. Lift the chest and lift the gaze. Notice how much weight you have in the hands. Try to keep even weight between the hands and the feet, and then exhale and round. It's fine to do this at your own pace a few times. Try moving with your breath. With your next exhale, let's move into our standing downward facing dog. Step the feet back. It's a wonderful, nice stretch now of the spine. Now you could do this seated. You could reach out for another chair or the edge of a couch, or you could come into a fold, whatever feels good to you. I want you to inhale and bend the knees, really exaggerate this movement. And then as you exhale, straighten the legs. Good, bend the knees as you inhale. Nice and low, feel the belly on the thighs, like really lower down, and then straighten the legs. Really nice, Shelly. Good, again, do this at your own pace. Inhale, bend the knees, feel a little longer in your spine, a little deeper stretch, and then slowly straighten the legs. One more time, bend the knees, go as low as you can. And then straighten the legs. Look up between the hands and start to step both feet forward, coming back into that tabletop position. So I want you to imagine like a table. Now, if you really wanted to get creative, since we have them today, you could take that block and place it on your low back. So I know sometimes I talk about imagining you have a tennis ball on your back, or imagining you have a place setting on your back. So maybe we just use that block today and see how it goes. So you'll take your right foot, lift it up, reach it back, and the left arm, and reach it out. So the block is solid enough that it's not likely to fall over, but notice what movement in the block happens as you bring the hand and the foot back down. And if the block does fall off, it's okay, you just bring it back again. Take the other leg, reach it back, and the other arm, and reach it up. Really nice, Brad. And then slowly bring the hand and the foot back down. So let's try this. If you have an actual block, or those of you at home, you could actually grab something. See if you can put the block so it does become less likely to stay on the back. What do you think? I don't know. Let's see what happens. I don't know. So I've got mine up on its end, so it's less stable on my back. I know. It's going to drop. You already lost yours. I know. Take the right leg, reach it up and back. Take the left arm, reach it up and back. Be really slow and steady. Try to keep the block there. Keep the pelvis really steady, and then bring the hand and the foot back down. If it drops, no big deal. Just grab it if you want. Take the other leg, reach it up and back. So the reason this works is because the idea is to keep that pelvis really steady, right? That's how we build and strengthen the core. It's how we gain stability. And so we might not otherwise be aware of the micro movements of our pelvis and of our back until we have something that we have to make sure doesn't fall. So do this a few times at your own pace with whatever works for you. Trying to bring a new awareness to this movement. To see if you can keep the block on your back or whatever you might be using at home. So wherever you are, I want you to try one more on each side. Chances are, probably have gained a little bit of stability as you've gone. So those of you that did drop, likely there's a little bit more stability, more awareness, less likely to drop. Eventually, when you have both hands and feet back on the floor, you're going to come into a fold. You can let the block drop, or you can just take it off of your back and then come into a fold. Just relax here. You can soften the knees if you want, bring the top of the head down. You could bring the hands all the way to the floor. Catch your breath. Good. With the hands on the chair and look up. You can bend the knees if you want. I want you to rise all the way up to standing. When you get to the top, reach those arms all the way up overhead. Bring the palms together and let the hands come down through the heart. Close the eyes for a moment. Feel the sensations. Feel the energy. Be right here and right now. Good. Open the eyes. I want you to take the chair now and turn it around. Go ahead and place your block on the chair because we're going to use it in a moment. You don't have to. Again, the block just gives a different depth and meaning to what you're doing. But right now, just set it aside. You're going to hold on to the back of the chair for balance. So this is for balance. So you're going to use it as much or as little as you choose. And of course, I'm just turned to the side so you can see me. But you want to start in mountain pose with those feet parallel, the big toes pointed straight ahead. And simply lift the heels off the floor, slowly rising up. Imagine there's a string at the top of the head, so even when you think you're as high as you can go, see if you can get a little higher. Now become really aware of the tendency for the ankles to roll in and roll out. You could slowly bring the heels all the way down. Now you could actually do this from seated. So if standing is not yours to do today, know that you could be here and you could just work one foot. You could add a little bit of effort by having the using your weight here, okay? So there's lots of different options for you if you choose. If you're standing, like me, you're gonna stay in that mountain pose and lift the heels slowly all the way up. And then bring the heels slowly all the way back down. So just like we did earlier, make sure there's no tension in that upper body. You're using that chair as much or as little as you choose. There is that tendency for the ankles to roll in and roll out and really move around. Try to keep it steady. Good, and slowly lower down. I want you to check in with your feet. Everybody look at your feet and make sure they're really parallel. You want the heels right behind the toes. And then as you rise up, you want the heels to stay in the same place, to lift all the way up to the top. And then slowly bring it down. Good, nice, Maoli. Nice, Mary. Do it again. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, lower down. Good. It's mindful movement. Slowly rising up. You could use the chair as much or as little as you like. Notice the more you don't use the chair, right? The more you have to compensate. So I'd almost rather you stay steady and use the chair and focus on really controlling the muscles than it be about not using the chair. But it's your practice. If you want it to be more about balance, it's fine. Good. Pause for a second. Everybody look down at your feet. Chances are your feet might have moved a little bit. Make sure the toes are pointed forward, the heels right behind the toes. We're just going to do a few more. Lift the heels up. And then slowly lower down. Lift the heels up. Pause at the top. Just do little pulses, not bounces, just little micro movements up and down, up and down, up and down, and then slowly come all the way back down. Good. Shake out the legs a little bit. Bring the hands to the heart. Close your eyes. Feel the sensations. Feel the heat and the strength building in your low body, those lower legs. Good. Open the eyes, bring the arms down to your side. Here's where I want you to take the block once again, and you're going to place it between your knees. So just like we did before, you can kind of decide what range of motion makes sense for you based on the structure of your body. Feet are in parallel. The chair is there for balance. And imagine you're sitting down into a chair. What I want you to try to do, if you notice here, the knees are basically staying over my feet. What I don't want you to do is go send the knees forward, okay? So it's like you're sitting down in a chair behind you, and then slowly straighten the legs back up. Good. Take a moment, check in with your feet. Are they parallel? The heels right behind the knees, toes. Something like that. The toes and the knees, the hips are all pointed forward in the same direction. All right. Sit back like you're sitting back into a chair, but you have even weight. The toes are relaxed, but feel the four corners of both feet, and then slowly rise back up to standing. Okay, hinge at the hips like you're sitting back into a chair. You can use that chair for balance, for stability, as much or as little as you choose. Good. So now put a little bit more energy in those inner thighs. Squeeze into that block a little bit as you sit back, squeezing. And then slowly rise back up. And do it again. You might be at your own pace. That's fine. We're going to lower down. We're going to pause. And once again, just little micro movements up and down. Feel the sensations. So Karen, I want you to notice, it appears to me your feet are a lot wider than your knees. Try to keep the feet right underneath the knees, the toes pointed forward as you make these little movements, or maybe go a little wider with your block. That might also feel differently. All right, then slowly come all the way back up. At the top, remove the block and set it on the chair. Just kind of shake out the body. Bring the hands to the heart. Close your eyes for a moment. Feel the sensations. Good. Open the eyes. Take the block once again between your hands. Reach up overhead in extended mountain pose. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, reach over to the right. Send the hips to the left. Try to press into the block. Keep the arms really straight here. Pause here for a moment. Really lengthen all through that left side of the body. Feel the stretch, feel the length. Of course, if you need to modify, that's fine. Certainly do this without the block. Use your core strength. Really slowly come back up towards the center. Nice, Marty. Beautiful, Katarina. That was great. And then exhale, slowly take it the other way. You can certainly not use the block. It's up to you. Love it, Carolyn. Maybe reach a little further. Keep the heart rolling up. That's Melissa. Fabulous, Melissa. Inhale slowly. Come back up to the center. Good, let's just do one more on each side. So root the feet down really long. Keep those feet parallel. Root the four corners of the feet down. So we're not leaning. We want to really lift, like you have to hand somebody this block that's all the way over there, like up in the sky. And then slowly come back to the center. And then do the same thing the other way. Reaching out. Long, keep the belly in, the tailbone tucked under, the core strong, nice, Lynette. And really slowly come back to the center. Ah, good. Bring the arms down, set the block down. Close your eyes. And feel. How did you open the eyes? Have a seat in your chair. Go ahead and set the block on the floor. Have a seat. You can rest in your seat for a moment. Take a deep breath in. I'll sit up nice and tall. Take the arms, reach them all the way up. And as you exhale, reach forward, coming into a fold. Bring the belly to the thighs. You could use that block to place the hands on. You get a little bit of support. You could keep the hands on the thighs. You could bring them all the way down to the floor. We've done a lot of work today here, so I want you to really try to relax. So focus on your breath, and with each exhale, see if you can relax that back a little more, if you can let the head go down a little more. Maybe you can relax the shoulders a little more. Just look up enough to slowly walk the feet wide. Just kind of heel to toe the feet a little wider. And then just come back into the fold. See if you can relax a little more. Let the belly go between the thighs. The arms are relaxed. The head is relaxed. And once again, look up, walk the feet back together. Bring the hands to the thighs. And slowly draw the body up. Get your breath, be still for a moment. And then find your way into Shavasana. So you might just simply relax in the chair. You might set the chair aside completely. You could use this block, perhaps if you're staying in a chair. This is a wonderful option. I think, Brad, you do this often, but you can use the block behind you on the chair. Sometimes that might actually help you to relax a little more. You could use a towel, create sort of a neck pillow for your neck. Of course, if you're home, you could dim your lights. You could add any blankets or layers. Give yourself a few moments to work out the fidgets, to make little adjustments so that you can completely relax. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And as you exhale, let out a sigh, completely relaxing on the earth, making any final adjustments so that you can relax completely. Let your breath be natural. Let your body be still. Allow your heart to open. Your mind to settle. So wakeful rest. Fully present, yet totally at rest. No effort with the breath or the body, your mind, your heart. Just let go. Be still. And just be here. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And as you exhale, let out a sigh. Another long, full, deep breath in. And this time, as you exhale, wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Let your head just gently rock from side to side. With your next inhale, reach the arms overhead. Take a nice full body stretch. And eventually come into a comfortable seated posture, whether it's in the chair or on the floor. Bring the hands to the heart. Take this time to first be in gratitude. What are you grateful for in this moment? Feel the gratitude deep in your heart. Feel the sensations of gratitude, the feeling of gratitude. Now shower yourself in love. Let self-love surround you. Feel yourself completely loved in this moment, knowing that you are worthy and that you deserve it. Send love and healing to each and every person with whom you just shared this practice. Doesn't matter whether they're online or in person, whether you know them personally or not. Just shared this sacred practice. Feel that love for one another. Send love and healing to other members of our yoga community that for whatever reason are not here to receive it themselves this morning. There might be someone in particular that's on your mind that you know is hurting or grieving. But let your heart open to the collective of everyone. Send love and healing to those you feel closest to, those people you call your family and your friends. Send love and healing to someone less fortunate than you. Someone that you know is hurting, is struggling in your life. And send love and healing to someone that you struggle to be kind to. Maybe this person has hurt you. Maybe this person doesn't understand you or agree with you. Send them love and healing anyway. Ultimately, this love and healing goes out to every human being on the planet and to every living thing in the universe. Let's close with our affirmation. I'll say it once by myself so you can listen. And then I'll invite you to say it along with me. Those of you at home, feel free to unmute yourself at this point so our voices can come together. There is enough love to heal the world, and there is enough love to heal ourselves. Take a deep breath in. Together, there is enough love to heal the world, and there is enough love to heal ourselves. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace. Peace.
Namaste.
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 Thank you, Krista.
The real gift of this practice is taking it off of the mat, bringing it into everyday life so that you move with gratitude, with strength, so that you're always striving for that balance between effort and ease. That you learn to take care of yourself, to modify, to divert, to change course if need be. But always be taking care of yourself.